Things every witch should be doing. Witches are everywhere, not because Halloween is around the corner, but because the world is now readily accepting them. This is evident from the fact that approximately 1 million Americans today practice some type of witchcraft. While you might be amazed to hear this, women and men who identify as witches don't always flaunt their piercings, tattoos, and gothic attire. They don't have magic wands or sharp black hats. Most of them are likely to dress in the same way as normal people. But what do the witches actually do? Watch the video till the end as we tell you about things that every witch should be doing. Before moving on to what witches should be doing, let's look at a bit of witch history. By the 16th century, witches were under high scrutiny and were considered guilty by association due to a Christian-led fascination with the power of the devil and the need for vigilante action against immortality. This was the start of a deplorable chapter that saw witches persecuted and killed throughout the 16th and 17th centuries. 3 centuries later, in the late 1940s, Wicca, an alternative minority religion, was born in the United Kingdom. Its followers, regardless of gender, referred to themselves as witches. Through the Wiccan movement in the US and the UK that grew into several feminist and goddess awareness movements, the term witch experienced a favorable rebirth in the middle of the 20th century. This helped people to reclaim being a witch through numerous spiritual systems and cultural backgrounds. These pre-Christian religions and cultures served as the foundation for all of these spiritual pathways. Wicca has been expanding ever since it first came in the United States in the 1960s, and now have as many as 1.5 million witches. These days, witchcraft and Wicca are becoming more prevalent in popular culture, from adolescent witches on TikTok to a superhero named Wiccan in Marvel Comics. Since the 1980s, pagans have gathered in hotels and outdoor festivals across the world, often in crowds of several thousand. Thanks to the internet's growth in the 1990s, it has also been much simpler for someone who is craft curious, living in an area without a noticeable pagan presence, to contact with a mentor in a chat room. However, it must be said that witchcraft is more than simply entertainment, as benefits like hexes and love charms come at a huge cost. This is because those who are believed to be witches or practice magic are still persecuted just like they were back in the day. Moreover, despite the general public's increased interest, the past several years have seen a staggering 900% increase in child abuse instances in the UK alone, some of which have been fatal, that have been connected to possible witchcraft and demonic possession. The witch circle. Coming to the things witches should be doing. Most importantly, almost all witches famously congregate in a circle to carry out rituals, occasionally outside in the moonlight. They chant, mostly in ancient languages, and use wands and ritual daggers to focus the magical energy in the appropriate direction. They may also practice magic while being nude, depending on the particular lineage in which they were educated. This isn't a call for sex, but rather a chance to escape the ordinary material world and enter a state of heightened awareness that enables more potent magic. Furthermore, the key to daily witchcraft practice is to incorporate magic into everyday activities. That refers to transforming routine, everyday work and duties into something magical by deliberate actions, conscious attention, or the use of particular tools. Doing this will help you massively and enable you to practice witchcraft every day without changing much of your routine and without putting in a lot of additional effort. You will also gain a better understanding of the advantages of mindfulness, locating a sacred space, and daydreaming. Follow the code. It is unjust and inaccurate to assume that anybody who identifies as a witch is seeking to do someone else harm. The threefold law, which is the moral code most witches uphold, states that whatever action you perform will be returned to you 3 times. As a result, the witches that follow Wiccan tradition prefer to stay in their limits and don't perform magic that can prove harmful for others. Yes, some witches do cast hexes, and on rare occasions, a coven or personal conflict may turn into a witch war. However, this sort of conduct is highly discouraged. So, if you are new to witchcraft, your objective, as with many religious activities, should be to move towards spiritual equilibrium and enlightenment. Join a witch coven. The discovery of the internet has given rise to a generation of solitary witches who learned from mentors online and made it easy for them to be connected with long-distance covens while practicing alone in their homes, backyards, or nearby woods. This is largely because many old-school pagans believe the only way to become a full-fledged witch is through disciplined, in-person training with and initiation by a coven. And as pagan religion has no churches, mosques, or temples, the worship and rituals can be performed anywhere possible. As a result, the covens have changed with the times. Many now meet online, and many witches are very active on social media. What you need to do as a new witch is to join a coven and start a group chat with your coven to learn new stuff. Halloween and witches. Most witches believe that the veil, which is the line separating the living from the dead, is thinnest in late October and early November, making this a wonderful time to communicate with departed relatives or far-off loved ones. As a result, witches perform extremely intensive rituals all across the world, calling upon the spirits of the dead in the hopes of receiving guidance or help from the afterlife. Many of them dance, consume alcohol, and partake in food activities that the person they are honoring adored, allowing them to experience rebirth through their own bodies, if only for that one night each year. This is what all the new witches should be doing as well. If we look at it closely, witchcraft has long been understood as the outcast, alienated, unusual, and misunderstood subject. However, with witchcraft spreading at a rapid pace again, it is evolving into a more diversified, decentralized, and subjective practice. That's it from today's video. We hope you enjoyed the content of the video, and if you did, show some love and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on any of the amazing videos we have in store for you. Before we go, click on the video link on your screen if you want to learn more about the Witchcraft Crash Course.